Hey class, let's take a look. We take a look to the diagram so that we know where we are. Okay, so class, basically we are in the three vehicle. Let's take a look. Okay, in the three vehicles, stage one, explaining the difference in the types of people who undertake the path, we have finished already. Okay, in stage two, explaining the elements that make up the path. You see here, we will see the Four Noble Truths and the law of the dependent origination. We have done already. Basically, this is the core teaching in this section. I bet with you that since this is the class without examination, I think your mind is blank. I ask you to say you don't know. So that's why no matter how, you must try to do the recapitulation just 10 minutes after the class. Or it could be worse. This is the core teaching. Once you have this fundamental, later on you go for meditation or you further to Nikaya study, you have a good fundamental of it for it. Okay. Then after the core teaching, so next we'll go to is the third one, defining the noble truth of the path to cessations to embody by the three training and noble eightfold path. Yes, okay. So the three training meaning to say the morality and also the mind and the wisdom. Okay, okay. So after maybe long-term learning, possible you can form a study group and you become a leader. Then you have to force yourself to master all the details. See, okay. So for this is regard the sila. So in the sila, if you, I try to recall you that we have a definition for a sila. Okay, and then in the mind, we have a definition regarding the 5 hindrances of how to overcome it. Okay, then we talk about that. Developing undefined wisdom in reliance on the 7 elements. So meaning to say we've got totally 7 levels to attain to the jhanas, you see. And then lastly is the advanced training of wisdom. So this is the wisdom part. Okay, class, basically the way I see it, let me check. I think now we are in between the training of mind. Where in between is the molarity and the training of mind. We are in between of them. In molarity, I can remember that we have vast discussions. We have, regarding the Bhikkhu precept. Okay, it's vastly discussed here. It's about, all the Vinaya. Then, before we further to the Samadhi, they got a few things you have to review. If let's say you meditate, you cannot do the meditate well. Okay, a few things. So what is a few things? This is in the previous lesson. Let's take a look. Number one, okay, if let's say you cannot meditate well, but you think your precept is good, number one, you haven't closely got the gates of the senses, meaning to say that all your senses, once you expose it to the external object, you can't get it. Okay, but it seems normal, right? You see something, you like it, you see something, you don't like it. It seems quite normal. Guarding meaning to say what? Meaning to say that you're always alert to yourself that once you're exposed to an organ, you have to choose what to see and not to see. What to smell, what not to smell. You have to choose the object for yourself to experience it. Okay, or you will suffer the consequence. In the later on, you will suffer the consequence a lot. For example, if let's say for somebody recently I contact once she mentions the person she stays together, she will keep on angry. Okay, even though the person, the person helped her before, but the angry burns him until he can't see all the virtue of the people, both of them, because both of them are tiger. So one mountain cannot make 2 tigers together. So each other, their dignity both are strong. Okay, they are resist for being criticized. Okay, and hot temper. Okay, so once they are together, they can't deal well. So actually, both of them helping each other before. Once they are in the mishap and difficulties, you see. But now, once the problem solved already, they go back to the old style and show the hostility to each other, even forget the good, the goodness to each other. See? So meaning to say that what can we do? They should try to avoid to see each other. That is the best. Okay, but what to do if what to do now? The house is very small, right? Or okay, you do have separate room. If got separate room is good so you don't see it and you don't think for it. If you can't resist to see it and think it, you keep on criticize, and the criticize will create more anger for you, and the anger will destroy all the good which have been done for you before. You can't see it. Okay, so that is the point. Why we say your organ is very important. I think everybody have something they are vulnerable to, which you attach to. You got something you really dislike. You should try to avoid it for the time being. Okay. Okay. Then next is about the what control the consumption of the food and drinks. So class basically, if let's say you hold the precept well, you still cannot do the good samadhi. The food, please do not over-consume. The best is, once you feel 80% full, you should stop consuming already. You should stop. Okay, you should stop. Okay. But one of our friend, I think she got the sickness already. She was so greedy to the food and will eat until vomit. She said. So I said, so she's looking for help. She said maybe she will try to hypnotize herself. Okay. I say I can help her. So I will hypnotize and say, you were pig previous life. You will pick. Then she will eat more. Okay, so second, consume the food. And nowadays, the quality of food is important. If you wish to meditate well, please eat more 5 grains, the grains and the natural food instead of all the white, the food which make from white flour, white sugar, all this stuff. And then food and the drinks nowadays, yes, if you drink a lot of soft drinks, you can't meditate well. Except besides, must be the good of the food combination. A class, do you meditate every day? Anyone meditate every day? Can you probably have every day, almost every day. So Mrs. Leong, okay, once a while. Okay, okay. You meditate once a while. Please pray once a while. Okay, once a while. Okay, yeah. Okay, if you don't raise your hand, meaning to say the option is number C. You have never meditated. That's the worst. If you have never meditated, you don't have the experience of. You even don't have the bad experience. Yeah. Because sometimes the food combination can make you hardly concentrate. So you have to notice the food and the drinks. See, then diligent practice the wakeful yoga. So remember in previous lesson I say once you sleep, try to be mindful to your breath or be mindful maybe to the light or something like that. Must be mindful because during sleeping you are more vulnerable to defilement compared you are awakening. Okay, anybody agree? Once you are sleeping, almost sleep, but you feel you are more vulnerable to defilement, probably you agree with that. Anybody? Okay, no. Okay, anybody agree that once you sick, you are more vulnerable to the defilement than without sick? Probably. Okay, 2 people, 3 people. Okay. So you mean you will scold people easily when you are sick, you see. So that is the challenge. If you meditate, can meditate very well. Once, you can meditate very well. Maybe your samadhi power, maybe just 30% only. Once you got sick, maybe just 30% only. So when you die, maybe 0% only. So that's why you have to practice. You have to practice. Okay. And this is the purpose why you come to learn the Dharma and do the meditation. Or you should be ready at the moment you pass away. Okay, then this is the things. Let's try to see. Okay, and then in regarding the gates, we got two definitions. We call it as a right knowledge and right knowledge and right mindfulness. I think right knowledge meaning to say that you have to know what is good for you. As I mentioned, right mindfulness meaning to say that you know the capacity to remain alert. You got the right knowledge and right mindfulness. 正念正知. Okay. And then control the consumption of food. Basically, the purpose for the food consumption is to maintain the life, not for the fitness, not for the beauty. Okay. So now we further to the diligence practice wakeful yoga. Yongxin, can you please read the passage for me?
Diligently practice wakeful yoga. This pertains to the methods of practice concerned with sleep. Sleep is necessary for the recuperation and the maintenance of mental and physical health. According to the Buddhist system, the initial period of the night thus begins at 6 p.m. and the night is divided into 12 hours. It's from 6 to 10 p.m. and the last part of the night is from 2 to 6 a.m. During these two periods, the monastic disciple should participate in walking and sitting meditation. In the middle of the night, from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m., they should sleep but should also diligently practice wakeful yoga. In other words, one practices well even while asleep. When it is time to sleep, one should first wash one's feet and then lie down properly. One should lie on the right side of the body with the left leg on top of the right leg. This is called the lion posture and is the most beneficial position for the body and mind. When one is about to fall asleep, one should cultivate the thought of brightness. With skillful practice, even one's sleep and dreams will become bright. This way, one will not be overly somnolent. Not only will one wake up easily, one will not dream. Or if one dreams, the dream will be free from afflictions and be about the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. When one is sleeping soundly, one has to maintain an alertness. One has to practice good deeds diligently even in one's sleep. Such a habit of sleeping is most useful for the recuperation of the body and mind. One's dreams will not become distorted and one will not become lazy or desirous of sleep. According to the Buddha, one should sleep in the middle period of the night and rest one's body and mind. People who engage in ascetic practices always sleep without lying down, which is commonly called the no lying down position. Although they do not lie down, it is not the case that they do not sleep. Rather, they maintain full alertness. The Yi-Jiao Jing says, in the middle period of the night, one should recite the sutras in order to rest. One should not waste one's whole life for the sake of sleep. According to all the teachings in the sutra and treatises, however, one should sleep and rest in the middle period of the night. During meditation in the initial period of the night, if one becomes sleepy and one should get up and walk. If one is still sleepy, one can wash the face with cold water and then recite or read sutras.
Okay, thank you so much, Sean. Okay, class, take a look. Now we talk about yogic sleeping. Should be yogic sleeping. If we translate in Mandarin. Okay, let's take a look. For the time of wakeful yoga. What is the time for the wakeful yoga? Let's take a look. You see, sleep is necessary for maintenance, mental and physical, and for recuperation. So basically, it advised that we should sleep at 10 p.m. to 2 p.m. Meaning to say how many hours? 10 to 2 p.m. Yongxin, 4 hours. I think all of us will die already. I just live for 4 hours. Elena, I think your analysis all will turn upside down already. If you ask you to sleep for 4 hours, you see. I think a class, if let's say we have achieved samadhi, 4 hours is practical. If you achieve the samadhi, okay. I think Sally, do you have experience just maybe sleeping 4 hours once you meditate exceptionally well? Can, I see. Sally said can, you see. Here Sally have a good meditation power. I think Mr. Leung, Mrs. Leung, same, right? Or if you meditate that day very well, maybe sleeping for 4 hours is enough, right? That day, right? Mr. Leung, Mrs. Leung, right? Yes, correct. Okay. See, I'm meaning to say it is practical, but provided you must be have a good meditative state at that particular moment. But if let's say you work so tired, work so hard, and you are fully exhausted, it is quite impossible. 4 hours. Okay, then we should do wakeful yoga. What does it mean, wakeful yoga? You see, we do the lion pose and the thought of the brightness. Class, take a look. It's the lion pose. Lion pose. See, will lion come out or not? I worry the lion will come out to the picture. Lion pose, Buddhist, okay. Yes, okay, it doesn't appear. So this is the lion pose we call. But you see for the lion pose, the foot, so I mean close to each other. Okay, 你覺得呢個腳好唔會唔會好似油炸鬼咁樣？So close, I think quite impossible. 你瞓唔到咁樣嘅，maybe a little bit sleep a little bit, or you put a pillow in between your leg. I think might be more practical. And then you try to be wakeful for the brightness. Okay, class, can you take a look? Do you have any lights somewhere around you or not? Take a look to the right light. Can you get one light? Okay. Can you just close your eye? Imagine the light appeared. Can you put up your hand? Can you? Okay, you can. Okay, so class, I want you to do a little bit experiment. Just sleep down for lion pose just for 1 minute with the brightness contemplation. Okay, class, your hand don't look like Buddha. You can't sustain one because if your hand wow, your whole hand numb already. Quite impossible. So use a pillow, sleep down. Okay, maybe your leg just maybe a little bit, it doesn't matter. Okay, try 1 minute with the brightness contemplation. I will call you after 1 minute. Okay, please. Okay, now. Okay, just try a little bit. Sleep now. Yeah. With the lion pose, 1 minute, you just have a rest with the brightness contemplation for 1 minute. Okay, time's up. Please wake up.
Too short of time.
Okay, next time, let you sleep 1 hour. Okay, Amanda, is the posture practical for you, Amanda?
Yes.
How about long term? How about 7 hours sleeping? Is this good for you? Can you sleep with this posture?
Yeah, I'm actually I'm a side sleeper. I sleep like this one.
Oh, really? Oh, I see. You mean since your childhood until now?
Yes.
The posture will maintain as the same for 8 hours or 7 hours.
I think in the middle of the night, I will change to left and right.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Without unconsciously, we change it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody can sleep, but the nimitta maintain the whole sleeping. Can you please raise your hand? The nimitta can maintain during the sleeping. Sally, can you make it? Maintain nimitta during the whole sleeping?
I not sure.
Not sure. Mr. Leong, yes, sir. Huh? How about Mrs. Leong? Can you maintain nimitta during the sleeping? Yes, sir. Applause to them. Very good. Okay, very good. So it is very important because if we can maintain the nimitta, meaning to say once, if let's say we die in our sleeping situation, in our sleeping time, then immediately your consciousness will be born already. Very good. If you can maintain, we should work hard for it. Elena, since you have to use a lot of energy, bring energy to do your job, what is the minimum sleeping hour for you? At least minimum sleeping resting hour.
6 hours.
6 hours. Cannot less than 6. No, I think you are the most brain intensive worker. I think among everybody, you are the one. Can you acknowledge that? Brain exhaustion, very strong.
Sometimes.
Not all the time, sometimes. So you see, meaning to say that so 4 hours sleeping is not practical for the working people. If you go to retreat, I think it is quite possible. So during the retreat, if let's say you are able to meditate well, you sleep 4 hours, and then once you wake up, you shouldn't sleep again because the environment is so good. If you feel sleepy, you can use the cold water to sleep your face, and then you can do the walking meditation if you feel asleep. See or not? So SJ, since if you got plenty of time in Germany, you can try to spend your time, see whether you can meditate well or not. If you can, you can prolong your meditative state in walking meditation, then sleep, walking meditation, standing and sitting meditation, something like that. Basically, in Theravada like Mahasi, they will do this type of meditation in the deportment. They will slow down, standing, walking, even they walk to the toilet, maybe they'll spend 3 minutes in order to reach to the toilet because they make themselves very slow. So during your bowel evacuation or you try to pissing, you know very well. Actually, if you slow down, you can feel the flow of the body. Even though all this elimination of the waste, you still can be very mindful. And then after this, you come back to the posture again, and then everything is mindful. Then you can go back to the meditative state. Okay, so once you do very well, you start to sleep again. You are in a meditative, quite alert situation. You fall into the sleep. Okay, then you are quite alert. Basically, if you don't have nimitta, it doesn't matter. As long as you are mindful to your breathing, then will be fine already. Okay. So SJ, you can try, but maybe SJ is possible. You see, can you join online course of Mahasi meditation method, maybe for 1 day or 3 days to learn the method, and then you can practice. Okay, then you show your husband. You take half an hour for one breakfast, then very slowly, so your husband see what happened to you. Yeah, that's what they do, you know. Yeah, during the retreat, you have to be like that. Very slow, then everything will be very alert already. Okay, let me check for you what I missed out. Your lion posture, okay. Now you see, what is the advantage for the lion posture? Wake up easily and not dream. The dream free from affliction and always about Buddha Dhamma Sangha. Amanda, is this happening to you? Wake up easily, not dream? No. Always with bad dream.
No. Yeah.
And cannot wake up one. I think Amanda,
Sometimes cannot wake up.
Amanda, I think your job are also quite exhaust your brain, right? You have to think a lot, right?
Sometimes, yes.
Also sometimes. So meaning to say that even though you, basically a lion posture, lying on the right side. Lying on the right side. Lay on the right side. So from the Chinese medication point of view, the meridian, actually it is very good for the meridian flow. Because let me see first, most of meridian, I forget one, they mentioned to me that it has something to do with the our meridian. Then you're free from the afflictions and always about triple jam. Shall I know who's sleeping always free from affliction? Can you raise your hand? Always free from affliction once you are sleeping. Sally, can you make it? Can. Sally can. Mr. Leong, Mrs. Leong can. You can. The rest, not really. You once a while, right? Once a while, not all the time. Okay. So you can. And then how about triple jam? Anybody always remember triple jam during sleeping? Yes. You can make it. How about Sally? Can you? Yeah. Can you say, you want to say something?
Because I hear the Amitabha chanting.
Okay. So the chanting. Yeah, the chanting is equivalent to, always remembering the four how. Sally also same. Can you always remember about the triple jam?
No.
So
no.
you are mindful on your breathing, you mean?
Yes.
Okay, there will be the same.
Yes.
Also same. Mindfulness to the breathing also the triple jam. So Mr. and Mrs. Long, your nimitta, they will be also same already. Because mindful to our breathing and the nimitta is the teaching from the sage. If you remember the teaching, meaning to say that this is good. So the rest, please try work hard. Please try to work hard. Always remember your meditation method. Basically, class, I remember I got one experience that I was staying in USA once, days ago, years ago. I remember after bowing one for, I was dreaming to the Buddha, I remember. It is a good symptom. If you're able to dream with the Buddha, you dream with the Pure Land, then once you wake up, you feel comfortable, you feel happy, okay, because we bow to the one for, I think maybe there will be some function, eradication of karma, I'm not that sure, but when you sincerely bow, you are very mindful, then you will dream to the triple jam, okay. For Mr. Leong, Mrs. Leong, it's so crucial for you because you're old age already. So make sure you are always mindful during sleeping. One times you have to go, you can go easily. You just go by yourself. That is the best one. Elena, it's supposed to be the way. We don't need people to help us. It's the best we go by ourselves. Then again, you see, okay, and then our mind will not be distorted and will not become lazy and desirous of sleep. Anybody, once you wake up, immediately you don't have the desire, you will desirous to sleep. Anybody like that? You wake up, you don't want to sleep anymore. Okay, Sally. Okay, one people. Anyone, once you wake up, you still want to lie on the bed. Anyone have this tendency? SJ. Okay, Amanda. Okay, you remember, if you wake up, you still want to lie down, possibility is the recovery of energy is not sufficient yet. Number one, okay. I believe maybe you say, oh, maybe I'm lazy, but sometimes lazy is due to lack of energy. You are not energized, and the flow of the meridian is not smooth. I also have the experience, but if I use some like the hot towel, something like that, the hot one to put on the body, especially the heart chakra, the navy chakra, and also the root chakra. If I put some hot stuff there to warm it, then I will get energy. So sometimes the laziness may be due to the blockage of energy in the meridian and the body lack of heatiness. Okay, so you can do something to help yourself. Well, I think it's not nice what people always say you lazy, right? Not nice what, so you can do something to help yourself. Okay. Okay, I'm using the thing I use is the hot water bag. You can buy it in Shopee, 热水袋, and then you can charge with the battery one. Just 2 minutes, it will be very hot already. Then you put to the chakra, you feel comfortable, and then you got energy already. Okay, next paragraph. Okay, SJ, can you please read the next paragraph? Sorry, not yet finished. Okay, ecstatic practice. Ecstatic practice here means the tutanga. What tutanga mean? Tutanga monk, basically they're staying in the forest, and Thai monk, they are quite popular in doing the tutanga ecstatic practice. One of the ecstatic practice is without lying. They got 13 of the tutanga, 13 precepts. They try all the purpose. The purpose of tutanga, the 13 rules, is to control the attachment to our 4 requisites. Okay, so in order to reduce attachment to sleeping, they will never lie down. Meaning to say they're just always in the sitting posture. Okay, I can show you how they do in the CTTB. In order to train them without lying down, maybe we call it a 不倒单啦。万佛成，不倒单。Okay, I can't get the tools. Sometimes in order to achieve not lying down, they will have a special chair, so that they won't lie down. Okay, well, it seems do you think it is quite difficult to sleep without lying down? Elena, what do you think? Hey, do you think you will die without lying down during the sleeping time? Do you think you will die? Elena?
1 or 2 times maybe you won't die later I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway, you can experiment because as a Buddhist disciple, once we heard that, wow, 13 ecstatic practice, you wish to try one. Okay, the 13 is okay in order to reduce the attachment in sleeping. Number 1, no lying down. Second, you just dwell in the graveyards. You got so many friends at the night time. Will come to you. It will be very scary. Sleep at the graveyard. Sleep under the tree. Okay, not under the house. Not allowed to stay under the house, under the tree. Okay, so to conquer attachment to the sleeping. So regarding eating the food, so just 1 bowl's food if enough. Because for you, sometimes 1 bowl's not enough, right? You have the second bowl, right? So here the rules just 1 bowl only. Then you can't continue already if you observe the rule. Okay. So if let's say if you treat everybody for buffet, don't bring this type of guys because they 1 bowl of the rule. So they will lose, they will incur a heavy loss in buffet. Okay, And then maybe just one sitting, the rule for one sitting. So once you sit down, okay, you eat the food, you cannot stand up and take the food anymore. So we call one sitting meal rule, one bowl rules. All this, then this is to conquer the attachment to the food. Okay, but remember in Hoxie, we got one monk, he practiced one sitting, eating in one sitting rule, you know. But he needs extra thing. So he will say, hey, SJ, go to bring me the chili sauce. Hey, Amanda, bring me more tumbling. Yongsin, more ice cream to me because I practice the rule, I cannot stand up. You're so funny. So everybody criticize him. I say, you don't know the gist behind the rule. So you just comply superficially only. They ask everybody work for him. A lot of attachment. Then we got one more rules. No talking. Okay, so we will label no talking here. Okay. But the guy, what the guy will do, he like mangosteen very much. So when he see me, he say, he will just point the mangosteen. But here is no talking. So funny. So meaning to say that once you observe the rule, you have to know the spirit behind the rule. So don't just do it superficially and then proud for follow the rule superficially only. Okay. So we call it as ecstatic practice to tanga. Okay, please write down the terminology. Let's see. Auto. Okay, so this is the meaning of the tutanga. Yes, tutanga. Please write down. So ecstatic practice meaning to say is the tutanga. So next time, once you become the forest, if you want to experience the life of the tutanga, you are advised to join the forest monk in Thailand. You advised to join. If you join the tutanga, the forest, then maybe they will bring you wandering the forest, and they might and the tiger and the snake still available there. So that's why you have to sign a contract. You won't claim any reimbursement if any death occur to you. You have to sign it because they want to protect themselves. If you found you really want to experience, that is very good. And once you go to follow them to wandering in the jungle, if you really follow them wandering in the jungle, you will notice that what you need is very few only. You will notice that your necessity, because once you wandering in the jungle, you see, once you go to wandering in the jungle, you can't bring much thing. You see, they are wandering in the jungle. You see. They are wandering in the jungle. You cannot bring much thing, you see. So that's why you notice that what you need to survive is very few only. That will be very good experience. Compare now, I think your closet full of clothes, right? Some even haven't, some is still unsealed, right? You found that what? It's quite hard for you to imagine you can survive in a little thing only. Yes, still only question, yes.
Sifu, in this they also have this 1,200 term.
Okay.
By the Thai monks.
Okay, Mr. Leong, please off the camera and speak again and repeat. Please off the camera.
I mean, this time 1,200 kilometers of walk.
1,200 kilometers.
Yes.
Okay, Yung Sin, from the northern part of the Kedah to the southern part in Johor is 300 km, right, Yung Sin? It is correct.
I think it's 900.
900. Oh, okay. So about more than one time lah. Oh, wow, from Kedah walk to the Johor Bahru. So this is a Tutanga. But anyway, you have to know why you want to do the Tutanga lah. Don't do the Tutanga for the sake of the Tutanga. Just walk only. No, you have to know why lah. Don't just observe the rule superficially lah. Okay, make sure it carry the values. Well, I think if you go to experience the jungle, that will be good lah. Try to experience the simple lifestyle. May I know who have the willingness to try to tanga in the jungle? Nobody want to try. So no box office, no market, no market, very bad, no market. Okay, next, let's take a look. Okay, finish already. Okay, yeah, SJ, your turn to read. One should not mistakenly.
One should not mistakenly believe, therefore, that one has to recite sutra even in the middle period of the night without sleeping at all. Perhaps the translation was too brief, or there was a misunderstanding in which the recitation of sutra in the initial and later period of the night was translated as recitation in the middle period, or perhaps to recite the sutra to rest oneself actually means to retain right mindfulness of the Dharma even when sleeping. Live with right knowledge means that in ordinary life, monastics should maintain the right knowledge regardless of whether they are coming or going, unintentionally seeing or purposefully looking, bending, or extending an arm, whether they are receiving, keeping, or protecting their robes and bow, whether they are eating, walking, standing, sitting, lying down, waking up, talking, keeping silent, sleeping, or whatever. In every action of daily life, one should know what one is doing, what one should or should not do, whether the time is right, whether it is done well. In short, if one has the right knowledge in all matters, one will not be at fault.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, just a little bit clarification here regarding chanting the sutra in the middle night. It could be too brief a translation. So maybe we recite the sutra and rest oneself. Then secondly, so this is all we see in the daily life, mindfulness in the daily life. So where can we see? Let me check it out first, see whether I got or not. I want to show the video clip whether got in Mahasi Meditation Center or not. Okay, for for the meditation. Let's take a look. Okay, so meditation method. So they will purposely to slow down the whole lifestyle. I see. So this is the walking meditation, you see or not? So every step will be very slow. They will try to walk. Once they raise their foot and move front and put it down, or they will try to slow it down. Then you will observe all the detail very well. This is the Burmese style of walking meditation. And likewise with the sitting, standing. Basically, we make a mistake. Once after the meditation, when the bell ring, then we say, immediately we just, how to say, we rub our body and start become mindless already. Actually, basically, you should be still mindful, but you are shifting your mindfulness to the breathing, to the posture. But maybe most of us are waiting at the bell ring. So we are so happy. Oh, the bell ring. Then we just finish or go already. Actually, we should shift our mindfulness from one posture to another. That will be correct. And so this is the walking meditation. I see. This is how they do the walking meditation in the Burmese hall. Basically, the Burmese hall, they are very huge, the hall. And then also crowded. I don't know why. Basically, the woman more than the men, even though in Myanmar it's the same. So what are the men doing actually? You see, still women more than men, even Theravada Mahayana. So Yongsen, you see, we got so many people, just 2 are men only, less than 50%. Okay, now you see, we got you can feel the atmosphere is so good no, I haven't finished. I haven't done. I'm not done yet. Let's see. See, Yangon, see or not? Many people see. So they all do the meditation. So the pink color is the pink color. Pink color is the Burmese, I think. Yeah, Myanmar New Year 2012. Okay, see or not? So some they're in the this Vipassana Meditation Center is a Koinka. They are wearing the white color clothes. See, you see, the atmosphere is good I think likewise for the Mahayana chanting Amitabha, it's the same. We will see the crowd. But in Malaysia, my temple not yet. Maybe hopefully one day I can have a big crowd all sitting meditation here. The atmosphere will be better. I think online sitting meditation. I mean, the energy is not concentrated. It seems people lazy to turn out. Okay, so for the time being, tomorrow, the 4:30 session already terminated already for the time being because no people already 4:30 to 6. So temporarily, I terminate. So the morning, I will replace with other Dharma class. I will introduce you all after the class. Amanda, the question? Yes.
Sifu, when they do the walking meditation, is it also the anapanasati? They observe the breath, the breathing, is it?
Yeah, it depends. So sometimes if let's say you are major anapanasati, during walking meditation, you still do the anapanasati because you are major in it. Now, some people, they notice once they're walking, the breath is too subtle, they cannot observe well. So they can observe the posture as a minor. Because each is more gross. So the leg go up, down. Once the mind settled down already, they shift the object to the anapanasati as a major. So as long as you know which one subject you are major and minor, then you won't confuse already. But make sure your major and minor is not changing. But make sure your major and minor is not changing every day. Every day got new major and minor. Then you can't succeed. You must keep on with one method. You got one, you can have 3 or 4, 5 methods, it will be fine. Sometimes in meditation now, we need 4 minor. We need 4 minor because to conquer different defilement. So you can recollect Buddha when you feel frightened. In order to, you need the azuba to conquer the lust. Okay, you need the metta bhavana to conquer the anger. All right, and then you need the recollection of death to conquer laziness. You see, we got so many minor actually, but still one major. So make sure you get it right, you'll be fine. Okay, get it lah, Amanda? Correct?
Okay.
Okay, so next, let's take a look. So next paragraph is about verse number 88. Okay. Yeah. Amanda, your turn to read, please. Be content and detached.
Be content and detached, so as to follow the vehicle of liberation. Those who practice the world-transcending way have to be able to feel at ease under all circumstances and not desire too much. As the common saying goes, when one has no desire, one's moral character is superior. One should be content with regard to clothes, food, medicine, and daily articles obtained according to conditions. One should be content not only if one gets much, but also if one gets little. Or if one does not get what one likes, if one can be like this, one's mind will be peaceful. One will have fewer afflictions and greater ease at practice. If one likes to talk about the affairs of the world and enjoys being among people, this will obstruct detachment. Some peoples are always busily caught up in worldly affairs. Some gossip frivolously all day long, discussing kings, thieves, food, drink, wonderful clothing, red light districts, various countries, legends about great people, legends about the world, and legends about the ocean. Such talk increases desire and attachment. It prevents one from becoming physically and mentally detached enough to practice in quiet places. If one wants to be detached and concentrate on the Buddha Dharma, one must cease to enjoy worldly discussions and worldly deeds. Detachment generally means leaving the crowd far behind and living alone in a pure place. But it is primarily the mind that should be detached. If it is not, even living in a secluded hut is useless. In mainland China in the past, some of those living in seclusion became mentally deranged, and others withdrew from seclusion with the excuse of illness. This is because their minds could not become detached. How can living with attachments liberate one from birth and death? Only by becoming content with one's material state and detached from human affairs can one follow the doctrine of the 3 vehicles of liberation and undertake the way of world transcending liberation.
Yeah, thank you so much. Okay. The class, let's take a look. You see, some gossip frivolously all day long, various country, legend about great people, blah, 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 legend about the ocean. It reminds you what? Our Chinese New Year talking, right? From Finland to Switzerland, from Switzerland to Vatican. Oh, yeah. Okay, basically, if let's say, okay, the Theravada monk, don't talk to them, this type of thing. For me, if let's say, again, I mentioned, if I begin with 4 Noble Truths, ending with the dukkha anatta, I think you don't want to talk to me anymore, you see. So that's why I will have some this type of frivolous gossip with you. Okay. But anyway, the thing is, we don't talk during the meditation. Or maybe if I involve in the long-term, short-term meditation, we don't talk at that time. If you come to Erdi meditation, we don't talk this. But during leisure, I think it is, for me, it's acceptable to talk openly. Just to what? for connection purpose. Okay, get it? Okay, okay, please highlight the point. Okay, again, some more here. Okay, for this verse, let's take a look. If let's say you are doing the three vehicle, make sure be content and detachment. Content with what? Clothes, food, medicine, and daily article. Basically, if during the meditation, you cannot content with the food. During you meditate, you always think, oh, today I hope I can eat KFC. Oh, then the brain always with the food, you cannot meditate well. You cannot meditate well, especially during the meditation. Okay. So during meditation, make sure always tell yourself that you should be contented. Then you remind yourself, I think it is effective. If let's say attachment too strong to the food, you can spin your sexual chakra. Basically, we notice that the sexual chakra, if it is, if the energy accumulated in sexual chakra without flowing through all the chakra, then your mind will full of all this type of food, all this type of stuff. So you can spin all the chakra, especially sexual chakra, make sure it flow up. Sometimes it will disappear. Okay, so you just try it out. Okay, anybody try this method before? Okay, but in daily life, I think no need lah. Wherever you want to eat, you just go and eat. That's all because every time you want to eat something, you spin the chakra, then you don't have any joy already, right? You want to go, you think of Starbucks coffee, never mind, I spin my chakra, then I don't want to drink Starbucks already. Why? Okay, from here, meditation, it seems we should be content with the clothes, fruit, medicine, but sometimes I think for the better food, for the better clothes, better staying in the bungalow, all this sometimes is the reason for you to keep on working for. Okay, okay, but the point is I think if as a Buddhist if you keep on progress in terms with the good quality of lifestyle, I think I'm still proud of you. You will become a good example. But as a Buddhist, you can stay in bungalow, you can have attained some achievement in the luxury lifestyle. But of course, number one is to make sure you must be right livelihood. Don't involve in corruption. If you become a doctor, so every month 30K to 50K, I think sure can one have a better lifestyle. Okay, or sometimes or if let's say you find that since all all the Buddhism are contented is, I mean, deeply ingrained in your heart, maybe you can work hard one day, or you can achieve the freedom financially, then you can start to do meditation or do more charity. I also can think in this way. You earn 30, 50K, you just save it so that you can achieve freedom in financial, then help more people, and you can meditate all the time already. So it's good. So make sure you have a good retirement plan. Because we notice sometimes, because in Theravada, sometimes the monk, they don't advise you based on the context. Wherever they met, they say, oh, you should become a monk, or you should become a nun. They never think that as a monk and nun, if you renounce, become a monk and nun, and you cannot stay permanently, and yet you don't have a good financial planning, maybe for yourself or your family, it will be a chaotic. You will end up as a disaster. Am I right? Oh, am I right? You end up as a disaster, you see. So make sure you plan very well. So for me, I never simply advise people become monk. I know it's not that easy, especially the age. My age group are still middle age, something like that. They're still saving some requisite. They're still saving the money. Once you're enough already, okay, it's the best. You have a good fund. You use interest to survive yourself and survive your family. That will be the best one. Then meaning to say everything is settled. Then you can really have a heart. You can hold heart to do the meditation. I think so. I think most of you agree. Anybody agree with me? Put up a hand. Must be have a good planning. Don't just simply, Mr. Leong, am I right? It seems sometimes the Theravada monk, they don't have a good planning perception. It is correct. They just simply ask people to become a monk. It is correct, as you see.
But their objective is actually to get as people to become monks as possible, because the number of monks are diminishing.
Oh, I see. So they just want the number without bothering their context behind, right? Oh, not that good. Not that good. Okay. Not everybody is ready, actually. Okay, so here that is the meaning.
As long as
Mr. Leong, repeat please, off your camera and repeat please, Mr. Leong.
no, as long as what you call your expectation is not high and which is achievable, I think it should be okay in the sense that you can pass time happily and peacefully.
Yeah. So just do some planning, meaning to say but the planning might not be so, how to say, you know the $1 billion for meditation planning, no need $1 billion, no need
no need to be complicated planning.
But must do a little bit planning
Yes.
Now all the insurance agent that's trying to scare you, retirement 1 million, do you have 1 million or 2 million? Oh, you don't know what plan is. It's so horrible. The people who stay in the small town, just maybe 100K, 200K, they say, oh, enough already. I don't know what do they plan. I think maybe they plan for the traveling. Elena, am I right? So first year go to Egypt, second year go to Finland, the third year to Switzerland. I think you must have many $1 million for retirement. It's start planning. Okay. Hey, what do you think? You do the meditation in Finland with the aurora. Elena, good plan. Meditation at that time. Under 20 negative degrees Celsius. And spend 20K there. Just the meditation.
Then tonight can dream of it and then can go.
No need just open the YouTube then you can see aurora already Mrs. Leong. Yeah. Okay, sorry for those who prefer traveling, you want to experience directly everything go through YouTube, so YouTube can kill everything already. The tourism industry no need already. The people it's a thing like that Okay, next paragraph. Let's take a look. Let's see. We finished already. Okay, verse number 89. Okay, Sally, your turn to replace all this.
All this can purify sila and be skillful. And be skillful means for achieving concentration. All these practices closely guarding the gates of senses, controlling the consumption of food and drink, practicing wakeful yoga, living with right knowledge, being content and detached can purify sila. Although the foundation of the precepts is not killing, stealing, having improper sexual relations, and lying, if in one's daily life one is desirous of food, drink, and sleep, is unable to guard the sense gates, is heedless of what one is doing, is not content with one's material state, and is attached to human affairs, then one will certainly have many afflictions, violate the precepts, and do evil. The Buddha did not just establish the precepts for the sake of strictly maintaining the natural moral law. The precepts also involve daily life, group regulations, manners, and dignity of demeanor. Having all daily activities include within rules and regulations will naturally reduce the occasions for violating the precepts. When such occasions arise, one will instantly be aware and be on one's guard. In this way, one can keep the precepts naturally. So in studying the precepts, do not slack the rules dealing with daily activities, such as drinking, eating, believing that they are unimportant.
Okay, thank you so much. Please highlight. Okay, class, let's take a look. You see here, he say, okay, all these are guarding the sense, control the consumption of food and drink, etc., can purify the precept, make your precept more clean. Quite sure, you see, practicing wakeful yoga, if let's say you are not practicing wakeful yoga, as a vegetarian, you were dreaming, eating the meat, enjoy in the dream, or maybe you're drinking the liquor, yum, sing in the dream, and you so enjoy, then it will be very dangerous. Meaning to say you have a tendency to infringe the precept already if you enjoy in the dream. So that's why if you wake up, you notice you do something not good, you should blame yourself. Or blame yourself, that will be fine already. Just say, oh, I shouldn't be like that. Just keep on mentioning to yourself. Because we have been reincarnating for many lives already. So that's why we got so many habits or different habits. Okay, so we should try to discard of it. Okay, then if you see, okay, so that's why in Buddhism, not to control all this, not purify the sila, but if daily, this is in the daily life, if a disaster of this, you can't control, you can't guard the sense gate already. So not for Buddha, we established the rule not to strictly maintain the natural moral law only. No, more than that. We want to reduce the occasion for violating the precept. Okay, so if let's say a class, you will violate some precept easily, you have to think about this a few things. You're sleeping, you're doing this a few. I mean, if let's say it happened that you used to commit some offenses, whether do you safeguard or with the sense very well the food you eat and sleeping? Okay, so I give you 30 seconds to review yourself. You think that which rules you can commit easily, and try to think whether it's just because this a few problem. When you feel okay, please thumb up with Zoom. Mr. Leong, finish. Sally, 2 people finish. Three people finish. Elena finish.
See, for the review is with the precept or the guarding the gate of senses, controlling.
No. With the precept. See which one precept, but you can commit easily. Then from here you try to think. It is because you don't guard your sense well, the food you eat and the sleeping. It is problem with this trait aspect or not.其實照諗應該都係嗬，都係呢啲啫嘛嗬。哦。Okay. So SJ Yung Sing, so you can think it later, maybe before sleeping lah. Maybe 係攝高枕頭好地諗下。No, this is good, good to review. I must be always review yourself. It is good. If we don't review, then this Buddhism study will become academic study. How to say, irrelevant to the cultivation. That is not good. We should always review ourselves as a mirror. Okay, the study of meditation. I think I will start it in the next lesson. But one thing I will